I've always had a connection with the north central region of Arizona. When I was a child, I had family living in Cottonwood, Arizona, and I'd visited them twice, and I loved to visit the state parks in the area. The scenery was some of the most beautiful I'd ever seen. It had struck me so intensely that I knew I was going to live in that region someday. I was searching for a college to attend, and I only had a few guidelines for my perfect school. Somewhere in the south or northwest, have a curriculum based around the arts, and be in a town where I could see myself living post-college. I had heard of Prescott College from a friend of mine, Jason, who had been a college student at PC. It fit into my loose requirements, and I decided to come out to Arizona to have a look at the school for myself. After spending time considering my options, I decided that a road trip was best to come out to Prescott. I had picked my spring break to make the trip out to Arizona. I couldn't make the 25-hour drive from St. Louis myself, so I enlisted the help of my friend Marshall for the quest. He had never been to the West, so he was just as excited to go as I was. We plotted out our course on my handy road atlas, packed my 92 Cavalier to the brim, and broke down less than a mile from my house. After repacking my parents' hatchback and filling up the gas tank, we were on our way once again, this time with hopefully no problems. But luck was not on my side. About 7 hours into the long drive, I had thought to call Prescott College's registrar's office to try and schedule a time to tour the school, only to have my anticipations crushed like a walnut. The college was also on spring break, and all of the offices on campus were closed. I didn't know what to do. Should I turn around and go home, or do I risk a wasted holiday in an empty college town? After an intense hour-long panic attack, I had assured myself, through the help of my friends Jason and Marshall, that everything was going to work out, so I decided to continue on with the trip. When Marshall and I had arrived at Jason's home in Prescott, we collapsed from the exhausting drive on his shag carpet and started to brainstorm on how my trip to see the school could be salvaged. Jason had suggested that I look up the head of the environmental studies instructor, Walt Anderson, in the local white pages. I was happier than a kid on Christmas when he said he would meet with me for coffee. We met the local coffee roasters and had a lengthy conversation about the area. He gave me a walking tour of the closed campus and answered any questions that I had about the school. At the end of our conversation, Walt had offered to turn in my application packet with a recommendation to the admissions office. I headed back to camp with a sense of excitement. I felt really good about the situation, and I spent the rest of my spring break checking out the town, surrounding areas, and possible job opportunities. I was sad to leave the Southwest, but I had a feeling that I would return for school. A week after I had returned to St. Louis, I had gotten a call from Prescott College saying that I was accepted. The journey to Arizona had been successful beyond my expectations. And one of the lessons that I took away from that adventure is that if you give up, you'll never know what could have been. It might just work out better than what you had originally expected.